show keeps the drama in play. It's go, let's go, where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know, the EVP show is out of control.
What is going on, everyone? It's the EVP from the EVP show, and we are here live on the EVP show and also streaming live to my ex and also Miami the Great ex. But I am not alone tonight. I have two esteemed, lovely guests tonight. So I want to first introduce them. This is obviously our Saturday night main event prediction show. I've been waiting on this all week. This was like kind of a last minute guest. She was on my stream last night for NXT, and we were just kind of talking back and forth. I wasn't even talking about NXT for the first 20 minutes. And she decided to come back to the EVP show tonight for her back-to-back prediction shows. So everyone, welcome Lady Alpha from one half of the Wrestling Divas podcast. How you doing tonight, Lady Alpha?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. How are you?
I'm good. Glad you're back.
Oh, thank you for having me again. I thought I was going to be busy, but the podcast I normally watch in the evenings on Wednesdays got moved to Tuesday. So my evening opened up, and that's why I stepped up.
Yeah, I appreciate. Like I said, I appreciate. Me and Miami had original plans. Like, I mean, he was just like, well, if you can't find anybody, like, you know, Miami's usually if he can come on, he's gonna come on with me. And I figured like I would be able to fill up, being Saturday night's main event, but you know, it's still like, you know, December, everybody's busy, the holiday season and stuff like that. So, you know, it's understandable. There's a lot of people streaming out there. But I'm glad you're here. And secondly, he is the CEO, my A1 from day one, the leader, the owner of DWE, and my co-host on the NFL Weekly Recap every Tuesday at 6 p.m. He is Miami the Great. What's going on, brother?
Man. Glad to be here with you and Miss Lady Alpha. It's that card this Saturday, man. Just can't wait till we get into the conversation about Saturday night main event. Like the card so far. I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably announce a couple more matches, but can't wait to see what we got right now on the table and predict what we have for this Saturday. Just waiting to see how they're gonna do this last run for Cena, and I know everyone's gonna have a podcast about Cena's last final run. So hey, you know that he's the GOAT when everyone's talking about you. So can't wait to talk about Saturday Night Live, man. Maybe be one of the biggest Saturday Night Live they did so far.
Absolutely. For me, this is going to be the biggest Saturday night's main event. I don't know. It's going to be very emotional. So I don't know. It's so crazy. You know, they did announce that John Cena has obviously. I'm not sure if either one of you guys have seen, but he has already re-signed a 5-year contract with WWE. He's going to be some sort of ambassador or something. So he's going to remain part of WWE. So a part of me is like, is this really going to be it? I do believe him when he says he's not getting back into the ring again after Saturday night. Well, before we get into the matches, what just both of you can kind of go through. I'll start with Lady Alpha first. Just your thoughts on John Cena, his career, him obviously just signed that contract, and how do you feel like? Do you feel like he's ever going to wrestle again, or like because there's been so many that said I'm done, and like Undertaker and Ric Flair, and they come back. So
Now, I'll be fair. I don't know a whole lot about John's career. I have only been watching since last September.
Mm.
Um, I only know of his retirement tour. Well, I knew of him before, but I was not familiar with his wrestling. I had never seen him wrestle before this year, or his retirement tour. But I have paid attention to some of his interviews that he's given, and I get the impression that the reason he has decided to retire is because of physical ability. I think perhaps he's starting to feel the effects of years of putting his body through unbelievable battles with, very impressive opponents. You know, um, it takes a toll, and he's not a young man. Um, you know, so I no, I don't believe he will get back in the ring. I fully expected him to stay involved with WWE in some fashion. I mean, um, it seems to be a going when you love something as much as these people or these athletes love wrestling. When you can't, it's brutal when you can't do something that you love. I've been there, but not in that way. um, like it's hard, and you want to try to hang on to it in any way you can. Um, so his signing the contract for a more administrative role did not surprise me at all. I think actually it's a really good move for the company because he is the company. He's kind of like the Rock, you know. Can't
Yep.
have WWE without the Rock or John Cena. So of course he's going to stay on board in some fashion. Um, but yeah, it's complete. His retirement, I believe, is completely physical, and he just can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he did state, on several interviews. I mean, he's looked great in his last few matches, but he did state that, like, he's not one of those wrestlers where, you see in sports like the Peyton Mannings and I think, just a small reference, Peyton Manning, I tell Miami this all the time. He played a season or two longer than what he should have. His arm was shot that last season when he he won a championship because that defense was just unstoppable.
Mhm.
And John, he's in still great physical condition, but he's also like man enough and weary enough to know that you know he's walking away from something that he revolutionized. I mean, he's the GOAT 17 times. You know, for him to say, hey, I don't think that, you know, I don't want to be someone that continues on when I just can't go to my full potential. And I respect, I mean, I'm not the hugest Cena fan. Obviously, I respect him a lot now for what he's done for NXT. I mean, I respect what he's done for the business in general, but he's just not at the top of my favorites. But I do respect his decision to walk away from wrestling, and I think that it's great that he is going to be an ambassador because he's put WWE. I mean, there's so many people that are going to try to follow in his footsteps that will never be able to, like Cody Rhodes. They're trying to make Cody Rhodes into that John Cena right now, but it's just never going to happen. I don't think we're ever going to see another John Cena. But I'm gonna go to Miami. Your thoughts on his retirement? Do you think we'll ever see him again? Um, yeah, and how do you feel about him becoming a ambassador for WWE?
I wasn't surprised about the whole thing. Can you hear me, CJ? And
Yeah,
Lady
yeah,
Alpha,
yeah.
can y'all hear me? Okay. I
Yep.
just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It was something that um I I kind of knew was happening. I'm kind of glad he said he was gonna be training. It's sort of the same thing later Alpha said. He's gonna be training the young generation on how to become the champion. She's champions. It's crazy. Right after David Tonga came out and said what he said, but hey, now we got this. But it is what it is. 15 years later, you waited too late, man. You should not. I mean, hey, you should have said what you're gonna say. Let this man retire. I mean, we're
Mm,
we're not all the same people. If you say Miami, you was the same guy you are now 20 years ago, I'd be like, no, I'm no, I'm way different. So people gotta understand that you change over time. We all make mistakes, but let's let Cena retire in peace. I mean, I know we all got our good stories, we all got our bad stories, but I feel like if you got a bad story, just keep it to yourself and let this man just have his day on Saturday and just go out the way he's supposed to go out. I never heard nothing bad about Cena until now, which is crazy. But I really think that him being an ambassador for NST and the younger people will really help him, inspire him, because like we saying, he's the GOAT. They're gonna look at him as the GOAT. They're gonna listen to him. They can pick his brain on what to do, what not to do. I think Randy will be another guy that will do it too.
mm,
I can see him, AJ Styles, maybe, because we do got AJ Styles coming up, retiring soon. So
mm,
maybe AJ Styles. If KO comes back, Kevin Owens, be exact. If he can come back, maybe later. But if he can't, Kevin Owens could be another guy. So I think Cena's going to set that standard. So they're going to have some good people to lean back on that has been in the industry. I feel like WWE will be in some good hands. Just not with Cena. Like you said, CJ, and like how Lady Alpha very explained that we got people that this company will be in safe hands and good hands in the future. That's just my thoughts on that, and I hope that I like I say, yeah, I'm gonna get emotional. I would say I am a Cena fan, but he's not at the top of my list. Everyone
yeah,
knows I love. I'm a Roman Reigns fan, a
yeah,
Shawn
yeah.
Michaels and Triple H fan, so
Mm,
they're like at my top people. But I do love and respect John. I do love the business he did. A person that I grew up off of. He came at the end of Attitude Ever, and he did do the Russo aggression era. So I did like those moments that he did do, and he gave us some great moments. So it will be something that I will get into when I do a podcast about him and just reviewing some of the things that John Cena did for the business. So can't wait to dissect that when I do break it down for the Cena run of what Cena gave us throughout the years. So
yeah.
yeah, I do agree with you guys on all the things that he's going to get ready to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, and then we'll get to the match card. AJ Styles has brought up that he's coming to the end of his career. So is WWE going to go down this process and try to follow in what they did with John Cena with AJ Styles, with this retirement tour and all that? I mean,
I,
obviously AJ's up there, but he's not John Cena at the end of the day. But I feel like WWE, the creative has basically rearranged a lot of their booking this year because of the John Cena retirement tour. I'm afraid that are they going to continue to do that through the years when we see the AJ Styles and the Roman Reigns and the people like that? They're Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, people that are getting on the latter years of their career. It gives WWE that opportunity to kind of flip the switch on creative, um, and because I think a lot of stuff was moved around when Cena announced that he was going to retire. Um,
well,
I,
I don't think it was going to happen for AJ Styles. Yeah, I mean, this is Cena. Maybe a person like Roman, yeah, Randy, but we got so many years before Randy. But I don't think AJ Styles. I think mostly AJ Styles is going to be TNA. I think he's going to probably do a lot of stuff in TNA. I got a great feeling they're gonna probably build his retirement around TNA. CJ, I think
Yeah.
that's what they're gonna go. But don't forget, I don't know if you heard that they're probably gonna Brock Lesnar's too last year is next
Mm.
year too. And they were saying, I don't know if you heard that they were saying that they
Gun,
want him to
gun,
he wants to
gun,
retire at Minnesota. So and don't
yeah.
forget that is SummerSlam tonight. So we'll have to see on that too.
Yeah, I have a with me and Lady Alpha and Michael were talking about this on the before on the comments.
Hmm.
Gunther retired Goldberg on at Saturday Night's main event, and now he's about to face Cena at the same event. I don't know, like we'll get to it when we get to that match, but I don't know. Like Michael brought up a point about maybe they're going on this legend killer type thing for Gunther where he's retiring all these big names because I've also heard Gunther could possibly be the one to retire Brock Lesnar. I know
Yeah, I did too. Yeah,
they're
I heard the
they're
same thing too.
they're gonna have a big match, so I don't know, but
And that
well,
remember that was one of the matches they wanted to do at one of the WrestleManias a while back
mhm,
too. It was on the board, so I would not be surprised, CJ. I would not
yeah,
be surprised.
yeah, hundred
I
percent.
but I was before you get to real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, CJ,
Oh,
but
you're good.
I feel like it's not and it was an idea I was telling her, and I wanted to hear you and later Alpha's thoughts. Remember what does Gunther call himself? He calls himself the Ring General. I don't think it's gonna be like a legend killer thing. I think it's just gonna be he's proven himself. He's a ring general. Remember, a general is supposed to be a person that's so good in the ring.
Mhm,
Remember, that's what he said in his promo. I'm going to show you I'm the greatest, not rest. I'm the greatest wrestler in this ring. So that's I
mhm,
think by him beating all these guys, he's showing the fan base that hey, he's gonna go down as the greatest wrestler. No, he's not gonna be like I'm the legend killer. He's gonna be like, well, I'm the ring general. I'm the one who is a great wrestler in this ring, and I'm beating all your ones that who you thought was great or who you thought was good wrestlers or strong and athletic or whatever it may be. Because I think he will probably retire not just Goldberg, probably AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Because like I said, we're not too far from Randy being almost gone too. So people have
mhm,
to stay mindful of that too. So I think that's just gonna be the whole thing. I don't think it's gonna be like a legend killer thing. We'll probably look at it like that, but I think it's his gimmick. Because remember, he does call himself the Ring General, and I think that's what's going. He's just gonna be. This was gonna build his character up to be proving that this is why he's the Ring General. That's just one of my thoughts, and I want to see if you guys agree with that or disagree with it. It doesn't matter, but
uh,
that
yeah,
was something I was thinking of.
I'll let Lady Alpha go first on that.
Um, um,
She's not a big
I,
Gunther fan.
I know
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
not.
know that.
Yeah,
Okay, well, hey, well,
I'm
good.
not a Gunther fan.
I get a
I
little
thought,
disagreement here. I'm not either. Don't feel bad either, lady. I'm not either. It's just I'm just thinking that that's maybe the route they may be going. It
Hmm.
seems
yeah.
like that's the route they may be going.
Now, I do not begrudge this. I would never say that he doesn't have it, the talent. The man is phenomenal in the ring. I will give him his props, give him his flowers, whatever you want to call it. He is very talented. My problem with him is character development because there
Hmm.
has been none, and his
Hmm.
character is very boring. It's very
Yeah.
stale. Um, so making I don't believe they're going to make him into this legend killer, especially when you have someone like Oba on the move.
Hmm.
I would pay damn good money to see that match. Gunther and Oba, bring it. I
Sure.
want to see that match.
It's
Well,
gonna happen.
I say
But
Oba and got done Jacob Fatu if he ever come back and they get the ball back rolling with him. That
oh,
was another match. I love to see Gunther and Jacob. That'd be a good
we
match too.
probably. I have no doubt that we will see those matches at some point.
Hmm.
Um, but I just think that when it comes to stardom or star power, Gunther really doesn't have it. And for a legend killer, I think you need to have that. Oba has star power.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu has star power.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I kind of think they reverted back to Gunther because Jacob's out injured.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
Jacob's star was massively on the rise as a singles competitor versus his role in the Bloodline. So I think he was initially supposed to retire John Cena, but he's injured and he can't. So why not, you know, bring someone in like Gunther, who is off of injury, well rested. He looks great. So he's,
mhm.
keeping up with his training and everything while he was away. I just think he was a convenient filler for this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Obviously, I mean, this I'm the EVP on the EVP show. Everybody's opinion is valid. I love everybody's opinion. You guys know that. I don't know if Gunther in particular. I don't. My personal opinion, I don't think he was. I don't think he was a filler. I do agree with you about Jacob Fatu, about Obafemi. Like they are the Brian Breaker. Like these guys, Bronson Reed. These guys are the future, and these guys are the ones that we're going to be talking about on our podcast. For years to come. I do originally think the plan was Gunther all along. I think but I do think Miami's right. I don't think it's about the legend killer type thing, but it's just really convenient that he retired Goldberg at Saturday night's main event. Now he's facing John Cena in his last match at Saturday night's main event. So for me, the storyline seems to be going, and I'm kind of stealing this from another podcast, but he's not watching, so it was from JD. There's no way in hell he's watching. So, I do think that they're playing this role up that John Cena has never given up. The hustle, loyalty, respect, never given up. Like he's only tapped like what twice in his career, or something like that. And it's been years and years since he's tapped. So they're playing it up really heavy. Like, is Gunther going to be able to make John Cena tap? Or is John Cena going to finally give up and go against everything that he's been saying, never give up? So I think it's more that than the legend killer role, but they're telling a pretty good story with it. Jacob Fatu is on his way back. He had some extensive mouth surgery done. That's kept him out for quite a while. I don't know the extent of what kind of mouth surgery, but it was pretty serious. But he will be back. I think within the next month or so. So, I look forward to Jacob coming back. But yeah, good takes on that. We'll go ahead and get started on the card, and obviously on my prediction shows, as Lady Alpha knows, and Miami, I'm sure already knows, I never go first. I always go last. So we will start off with, for me, shout out to After the Slam Podcast. Thank you for being here. We will be on After the Slam Podcast at 4 p.m. Sunday to talk about the history and legacy of John Cena. So you guys tune in for that. Shout out to After the Slam Podcast. So for me, this match was announced last week. Me and Miami were on the phone, like, okay, what kind of thumbs can we make for the show? And the WWE just would not release anything. So we were struggling. And then last night I was really scared with the Javon Oba because the winner was going to face Cody. The match I'm really looking forward to because this story with Sol Ruka and Zarya has been going on for so long. Obviously they made up last night on NXT, but I'm just not buying it. I think that a split is imminent with them two. So we're going to start off with Sol Ruka, and she told Zarya last night she wants her to be there with her. So it's going to be Sol Ruka going up against the legendary, the future Hall of Famer, Bailey, who I'm sure more than likely will probably have Lyra Valkyria at ringside. So I'm gonna start with Lady Alpha on this. I'll get your prediction and I guess any thoughts that you have on the match, and why you think that person may win.
Oh, you got to start with the hardest one.
No, that's not the hardest one.
It was for me because, um, well, I obviously I believe that Solruka is ready to move up to the main roster.
Hmm.
So when they announced this match, I'm like, ooh, possible, maybe, perhaps. Um, but then that would mean this was her basically a debut match, and she would be the winner. But when you factor in Zarya and everything, I just don't know. And Bailey's been only winning as a tag team. She's taken a lot of L's as a single lately.
Hmm.
Can't seem to catch a break. Uh, so it's tough. It is a tough
It
choice.
is tough now that you brought that up. It is a really tough one.
Um, but I kind of think you're right. I think Zarya is going to get involved, um, and that's going to fracture them permanently. So I'm going to go with Bailey.
All right, we got Lady Alpha is going with Bailey. Which Bailey will we see? Which will we see, the Hugger Bailey, or will we see the Demented Bailey? Because she got two sides to her. So,
Oh yeah, we're going to see both. It's always both. See,
hmm.
when they come out, usually you get the Hugger Bailey. She's
Hmm.
slapping hands with the fans. She's excited and happy and smiling. And then things start going south in the ring, and Lyra slaps her, and boom, ding dong, hello, Bailey. And to be fair, I only know that character because I'm friends with a lot of people with a lot more wrestling experience than me. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you made some very valid points. And when I said I didn't think it was the hardest, and then when you started talking, I'm like, damn, she's right. Like, I'm looking at the card, and I'm hoping they don't. I mean, I'm hoping they don't throw an extra match. I do kind of want to see an extra match, but obviously we're just going to predict the four that we know. But I mean, they could throw another one. They didn't do it on NXT last night, so I have a hard time believing they're going to just pop one in on the SmackDown right before Saturday Night's main event. I think we are just going to get the normal four. That's what they normally do at Saturday Night's main event. But you're right. This one definitely is the hardest one to predict. Miami, I'm going to go to you next. Sol Ruka, who is definitely in my top three favorite in NXT right now. She has got the best finishing move. Um, I mean, I would say maybe in all of wrestling right now with that Soul Snatcher. It's unbelievable. Against Bailey, obviously, I think Zarya is going to be there to accompany Sol Ruka. It's not confirmed Lyra will be there, but I'm just putting kind of two and two together. Who's your pick and why?
I think this show was going to be very based off of the NSC people. I would not be surprised if it is Soruku because they do seem like they're high on Soruku. We just seen the video with Bailey training the young people and trying to get the young people ready for the main roster. So I would not be surprised if Bailey puts her over. Another reason why I say it could be Soruku, we cannot forget they're really building these tag teams up. I feel like this can be a way where don't forget we did have Soruku and her partner go for when
Uh,
Charlotte and
Yep,
Alexa
yep,
was tag team champions,
yep.
and this could be a way where you can probably still have them on NXT, but I would not be surprised he called Soruku and her tag partner up on the main roster, and this could be the way where you can start a feud with her, Valkyria, because you just reminded me, CJ, Valkyria could be there, and it could
Hmm.
be some kind of shenanigans with those two young ladies, and that's how maybe Bailey does win, and you can do the feud with her and live Rakira against Sol Ruka and her tag partner on the main roster. So this could be a way you could bring them up onto the main roster and they could be on Raw. I think Bailey would do something like that, or have her win, or they cheat to win, or something like that, and you can still do the feud that way too. I think that's a way you can do. It's two different ways they can do it if they wanted to do it.
So
So I,
you're going with Saruka.
Yeah, I'm going with Sol Ruka. I think Sol Ruka wins because they're still trying to build. Because I remember, what's the name? Cole saying that the tag team is stacked. Excuse me,
It
is
is that.
stacked up. Yeah, so there could be another piece to it. I'm pretty sure they're going to want to stack it because there's other tag teams across the way that they finna get ready to have, and they want to stack theirs before that gets took off at the other brand. So. Um, we'll have to see. I think they will. Yeah, I got so Ruko just because they're probably gonna. They're gonna probably make it a way where they can make them be on the main roster. Once they get on the main roster, then I think what Lady Alpha said. I think that's when the turn will come, and then that's what we'll get this whole thing, and they'll do it on the main roster. That could be a way. That's just that's something I'm theorizing right now.
Yeah, that's definitely all good stuff. For me, I'm kind of torn. I kind of love what Lady Alpha said, and obviously I love what Miami said as well. They've been Miami's like he's traveling, so he'll pop in and out for some reason. Um, for me, Lady Alpha, I think that they've been teasing this split with Zarya and Sol Ruka for so long now. Um, I don't think they're. I think that they are wanting to showcase NXT for Saturday night's main event because John Cena did make it known that he wanted to have the NXT have matches there and get showcased. But let's see. Let me get Miami up. But for me, I'm gonna agree. So we got one Lady Alpha with Bailey and Miami with Salt Ruka. But I'm gonna also go with Bailey. I think that, like I said, they've been teasing this split. That all that stuff that went on in the parking lot last night. Zarya, when Sol Ruka walked off, Zarya just kind of had this kind of look on her face. Um, it's the tease has just been going on for way too long. It's a big stage for. I think this could be where I know I said this for the NXT deadline, and if it don't happen now, I'll probably say it at New Year's Eve if they're involved. But the split has got to happen eventually. Like I don't know how much longer they can go with the storyline. Um, I'm gonna go with Bailey. I do love Solruka. She's main roster bound. She's ready. She's been ready, but in my opinion, I think that Bailey Dark Side comes out. Um, and ultimately, I do think that maybe Zarya, if she doesn't do the full turn, maybe she inadvertently cost Solruka the match, which leads to more fuel into that fire of this split between Solruka and Zarya. I'm gonna go with Bailey. I may be wrong. I may change my mind 100 times between now and Saturday because you are right, Lady Out. But this is definitely the hardest one for sure. Um, Trying to get Miami connected back, but I'm also going to go with Bailey. So it's going to be go ahead, Lady Alpha.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to add one more point that just occurred to me. Um, for the last few months they've been bringing Javon Evans to
Mm-hmm.
Raw. They brought him to SmackDown. He's been on the PLE or on APLE. So it could be that that's what they're doing with Soul, getting her ready because
Mm-hmm.
it's obvious they're getting Javon ready for
Yep.
his call up. So getting him familiar with, or getting the crowd or the main roster crowd familiar
Mm-hmm.
um, with her prior to her call up would be not surprising. So if that helps at all.
No, I mean that really like helps because you have a valid point because Javon has been showcased. He answered Sami Zayn's Open U.S. title challenge. Phenomenal match with him, but he lost.
Mhm.
But that crowd was going crazy for him. He obviously faced Gunther in the last time at Now tournament. Phenomenal match again.
Mhm.
Um, so you have a very great point. Like Javon has had matches up on the main roster. He just hasn't won. I mean, he's had great matches, but he hasn't got that big W on the main roster. And I really feel like Sol Ruka is top notch for the first one, woman to come up and, besides Stephanie, to be able to compete for these major titles. So I do agree with you. Like that's an excellent point. This may just be them getting the main roster crowd accustomed to Sol Ruka, because she has that surfer girl, like obviously the fans at NXT love her, and I'm sure the WWE main roster fans love her as well. But I do agree with you. I think this is going to be one of those circumstances because Javon hasn't gotten that win on that in the main roster either. So we'll see, but I, I'll be really surprised if Zarya doesn't play a part in this. I don't know how much longer they can continue. Either they're going to split or they're not. Like they're just the back and forth is giving me like I don't know what the proper term for whiplash basically because it's
Yeah.
just I'm just like exhausted. Like we're either going to get it or we're not. But yeah, good point there. So we got me and Lady Alpha going with Bailey, and Miami the Great is going with the lovely Sol Ruka. So we will move to match 2 of the night because I'm going to save the two bigger matches for last. This was just announced. What was it Monday? On Raw as well. It's going to be the young OG, which Lady Alpha just brought up himself, teaming with the TNA star Leon Slater. They're going to be going up against the the Raw Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I do not believe the titles are on the line. I haven't heard that this was a championship match. If you guys have heard differently, definitely let me know. But I don't think that the titles are on the line here. But I'm gonna start with Miami first. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, or Javon Evans, or Leon Slater, and why?
Um, it has to be. It's gonna have to be Leon Slater and Javon Evans. This will be another match. I'm pretty sure it's going to be them. I don't know if anyone knows. Have been seeing that AJ Styles has took a real mentorship, a real fun of Lee. So I think he will let him go over. I think a lot of people respect Javon of his talent. These are two young guys. I think they're in their 20s. I think both of them are in their low 20s. They're like around 21, 22. So that's another thing. I think with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee losing this, they don't lose nothing. We've been seeing some great moves, some great matches from them. This will be a great match. But I have Javon and his team going over just because I feel like AJ Styles and Dragon Lee will definitely give them a rub. This will be a high pace, maybe a high flying match, a close counter match, a close like 1, 2, 3 match. in this behalf, I have them winning. CJ.
So you're going with Javon and Leon Slater. All
Yeah.
right. All right, Lady Alpha. Javon Evans and Leon Slater against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I don't think this is a title match. So
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I do believe it's just another showcase match because all of the attention is to be focused on John Cena's final match. So they don't want to detract from that. So they're not going to. They're going to make the what was it? The easy picks win, the veterans win in some of these other matches. I'm going with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
all right, so we got one Javon Evans and Leon Slater, and we got one AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So this is another difficult one for me because Javon's great. He just had a great match with Oba last night. He's been so close to that NXT championship a couple of times. Him and Leon, they've been teaming up. But as you saw at the end of NXT Deadline, you did see that, Javon went for that handshake for Leon, and Leon didn't want no part of it. So I don't know if this is like if he was just frustrated that night, or if this is like a full time, or if they're gonna work some sort of Leon Javon program. I'm gonna also I hate to pick against. I don't want to pick against all NXT people. But I'm also gonna go with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I think that AJ's winding down. I mean, like I said, Javon hasn't gotten that big win yet on the main roster. I mean, this could be it. I could be dead wrong, but I'm gonna go with the veterans. I think there's just a little bit of turmoil that we saw at the end of NXT Deadline between Javon and Leon Slater. I think that's going to play a part into this a little bit, maybe. But I'm going to go with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee as well. So me and Lady Alpha both are going with AJ and Dragon, and Miami is going with the young OG and Leon Slater. So I think me and Lady Alpha have the same two picks on the first two matches, and Miami has the two opposites. So that's usually me and Miami usually pick the same pick. So it looks like we're going to be going opposite ways on this PLE. Like I said,
making you think.
Yeah, I still have a couple of days before I can put my official picks out on social media. But as of now, these are there's two matches that I'm almost certain of, but these first two I feel like are definitely the hardest for me to predict. So we will move on to match number 3, and this match just kind of popped up out of nowhere. It happened Friday on SmackDown, obviously after Cody Rhodes attacked Drew McIntyre, which that heel Cody's starting to seep out even more and more. Little by little, they're really slow burning the hell out of this Cody Rhodes heel turn. But Cody goes into the locker room and tells Ricky Saints and Obafemi that he's going to give them an opportunity at Saturday night's main event. With the winner of those two, whoever won that match at NXT Deadline would face him at Saturday night's main event. So it will be Obafemi, which everybody's been waiting to see Obafemi on the main roster, going up against probably the most, it's not probably, definitely the most protected superstar on the WWE roster right now when it comes to Triple H and Nick Khan and all of them, and Ari Emanuel, and that's Cody Rhodes. Obafemi is a powerhouse, and he is the champion of NXT, but he is going up against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the undisputed champion of SmackDown. So I'm gonna start with you, Lady Alpha. This is champion versus champion. Who do you got and why?
Well, this is very easy. I voted against him the last time. I'm not doing it twice. I believe that Drew McIntyre is going to interfere in this match, and Oba is going to take the title. This is his call up. I firmly believe this is his call up. So he will take the belt from Cody with Drew's help, which will probably cause a feud between Drew and Oba, which would be great. I would love to see Oba get his hands on Drew, to be honest.
I don't think this is for the title though. I think this is because Oba's NXT champion and this isn't a title for title or anything like that. This is just
No, not title for title, just for Cody's title.
oh okay. No, it's not for Cody's title.
Are we sure? Because I swear it was.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not for Cody's title.
Well, I'm still going with Oba.
Okay. So yeah, I don't. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a championship on the line here. I think it's just maybe.
Well, there has to be at least one title on the card, and John Cena doesn't have a title.
True. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I don't see Cody Rhodes dropping. If it's for the title, I might have to change my pick. I don't think.
There is a title on the line. AJ Styles. Oh, okay. I gotta change my pick for AJ Styles in there. I just reading it. She right. They titles on the line, so I got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee winning.
Okay, so
they
it's
titles. Yeah. They tag team titles. So yeah, I don't see them dropping their tag team titles to Javon and them. So
so it's not Cody's.
No, I'm reading it now. It's just she is right. It is one title on the line, which I was saying the same thing too. I was like, yeah, usually on one of these PLEs, usually they have one title on the line. It's AJ Styles and Dragon Lee's. So now I'm reading that. I take it back. No, they will win because I don't see them dropping it to Javon and them.
Yeah, I think the Usos are going to be the ones that end up getting those tag titles off of AJ and Dragon. So since it is for the tag titles, I'm 100% going with AJ and Dragon.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, we'll get back to so it's not for a title, Lady Alpha, but you're still going with Oba with the help of Drew McIntyre, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Miami. Obviously, I used to hate Cody, but I'm a Cody fan now. But I'm also a realist. But who do you got over Femi? There's no title on the line, so Cody really doesn't have a whole lot to lose. Over Femi, Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's a dream match. We've been wanting to see it for a while.
I got over. Just like Lady Alpha say, I see Drew interfering. We see Drew, the whole thing with Drew and Cody this week. I'm pretty sure Drew will probably call Cody just to start their feud. We can't forget that next month they go on to Saudi, so that's what. And we are hearing that the world titles are going to be on the line. They will probably do Cody versus Drew once again in Saudi. So I got Oba Femi winning.
All right. Well, as much as it pains me to go against him, even though I went against him a lot over the last year and a half, I'm going to have to agree. I think that if it was one-on-one, Cody's pretty protected. If there wasn't interference, I would go with Cody Rhodes. If it was for Cody's title, 100% I'm going with Cody. Because I think Cody's going to have a long reign. But Drew's getting involved. Now, what I don't know is when we're going to see Drew Cody 3, because they're going to have that big anniversary first Raw on Netflix. Me and Miami were talking about it last night. We're already going to see Braun Breaker and CM Punk on there. Is it going to happen there? Is it going to happen at the Saturday night's main event in January, or are we going to see Drew and Cody at the Rumble? Because we're going to see that trilogy match, and they're not waiting to WrestleMania to do that. So, but yeah. So Drew and Cody 3 is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen on the anniversary Raw on Netflix, on the Saturday night's main event in January, or at Royal Rumble. Like Miami said, there will be a championships on the line at Royal Rumble, so they could just push it all the way to Royal Rumble in Saudi, which would make a lot of sense because then they got a big title match. But that would take Drew out of the Rumble as well. So I'm gonna go with Obafemi as well. I think that Drew's getting involved. I think he claymores Cody, and he ends up costing him. Cody just, he told Nick Aldis to reinstate Drew, so I think he's eventually gonna have to eat those words Saturday night, unfortunately. But I think it's a good thing because it'll be a big boost for Oba. I don't know if this is his call up yet to the main roster because he's still NXT champion. That's the only part that worries me a little bit is because he is still NXT champion. But he is going to have to defend that title on January the 6th at New Year's Evil against, Lady Alpha. I don't know if you saw NXT last night, but since Devon had his match last night. Next week, they're going to have Deion Lennox, Miles Bourne, Joe Henry, and who am I leaving out? Deion Lennox, Miles Bourne, Joe Henry. Who is the other one?
Deion Slater.
Deion Slater. We're going to be in the Fatal 4-Way next week on NXT to determine who will be facing Oba at New Year's Evil for that NXT championship. So, I mean, if Oba drops at New Year's Evil, then he could that could be the play. They seem to really be hyping up this Deion Lennox from Dark State. I wanted Miles Bourne to win, but I don't know. It seems they're probably, if they're gonna book it the right way, they're gonna do heel versus face. So I would think Deion Lennox may be the one that gets the next shot. I don't know if he's ready to win that NXT title, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Obafemi against Cody. I don't want to, but I think Cody's gonna put him over, just because he's gonna be a Braun Breaker that we're gonna be seeing main event WrestleMania for years and years and years and years to come. So we're all in agreement on Obafemi. The only match that we have different is Miami is going with Sol Ruca so far. So we will get to the main event. Before we do, shout out to the 105 people watching on either the EVP show, my ex, or on Miami's ex. And shout out, I don't know if I shout out to World of Greg. He said, hey, and then he also made his pick of Obafemi. Yeah, Cody has to drop. He has nothing to lose. It's not for his title. So the main event is the last time is now. John Cena, you can see it behind me. I have it as my background. John Cena, 17-time, the never seen 17, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, going up against the Ring General, Gunther. Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of emotions in this match, but I think Gunther, if you can go back, even though Gunther needs work on his character, if you can go back and find me a match that wasn't great, that Gunther was in, send it to me on X or send it to me on YouTube, because every match Gunther's in is phenomenal. The man is superb in the ring, like absolutely great. And I expect this to be a absolute banger match with these two. but I'm going to start off with Miami on this one. I'm going to put the pressure on him first. It's John Cena's last match. He did just lose to Dominic Mysterio. Is he going to tap out? Is Gunther going to make him tap out, or is he going to make him pass out? Or is John Cena going to win his last match before he? But this is it. This is our last time to see John Cena in a match. So, who you got?
I'm looking at this as a way they're gonna tell the story really well. It's gonna be probably a great match. John is not gonna give up. He's gonna pass out. That's gonna be the story. You know, his story is gonna be at the end. Hey, he never gave up. He just passed out. So he will lose, but it'll come out as a pass out. That's number one. I'm pretty sure once it's all done, I don't know if they're gonna let him once probably go over and let him get up and the crowd claps and let him walk up to the ramp and do his normal thing because they've been doing that lately with him. But I have Gunther winning due to John Cena passing out. That's the story they've been telling. I mean, we know booking 101. Anytime they say that, it's most likely the guy's going to probably pass out. He's not going to tap out. And that's going to be, you might hear Michael Cole say, hey, John never tapped. He never gave up. And that's the guy he is. And that's what we're going to remember him as. I mean, me and you said it. We already knew it was going to be Gunther.
Yeah.
I can't think of no one else who it could have been. I did say I would like to see a Javon. I would have liked to see a Carmelo Hayes. I feel like they needed it more than Gunther. I feel like Gunther's already established. He's been world champion twice. He's been in already many WrestleMania matches. But I mean, this is the character they gave him. He's going to be retiring these guys. And like I say, I think the whole reason behind it is because they want to show that he's the ring general, and that's the whole case of it being behind the story of his presence. So that's what I think they're going to do. But I have Gunther winning through pass out, CJ.
All right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they are telling that story, for sure. But we'll see. But yeah, me and you said, what was it, a month and a half ago, even like,
Yeah, we said we almost was 2 months ahead of everybody.
Yeah, I put it in gimmick table media chat as well. But yeah, we were texting each other on the phone, and I was like, it's got to be Gunther and Cena. This was even before he was announced, but yeah, I like that. I like the how you set that up. It does, like I said, that they keep Gunther and Michael Cole. They keep talking about it. Is he Gunther saying he's going to make him tap? John Cena's about he's never given up. So they are playing this story. It is storybook, storytelling 101. But I'm going to get Lady Alpha's opinion because she may think otherwise. She may think that John Cena, put Dom over, but he may walk out of a Saturday Night Main Event in Washington. Is it in Washington? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's in Washington. It's in DC.
Yeah, I had to look at my back thing again. She may think different. So Lady Alpha, break some knowledge down for us on the GOAT going up against Gunther. Who do you got and why?
Well, I don't think it's any mystery that Gunther's going to take the match. It has become a mark of honor to go out on your back, so to speak. But the how it is very important because it will color the rest of his legacy and how he takes that L. And I agree with Miami wholeheartedly. The only way he can take that L and still maintain a solid legacy is to pass out, not tap out. We all have seen what happens when you tap out.
You tapped out. You tapped
out, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he is definitely not going to tap out. He is definitely going out on his back because that's the mark of a legend right there.
The goat.
Go
Yeah.
out on your back
Mm-hmm.
because you're putting over. This is why I got so irritated about them putting all of the same old people in the last time is now tournament because this is a prime opportunity to take someone who's on the rise, like Carmelo Hayes, like even, and I hate to say this, I really hate to say this, but also Solo Sokoa, you know, um, Javon Evans. There's so much talent, so
Mm-hmm.
much new talent that is on the rise that could really cement their career in the in John Cena's final match. So, and it irritates me that they chose someone who's basically been there, done that. He's been around the block a lot. As you said, he's been a title holder multiple times.
87 87% of the time on the main 87% of Gunther's time on the main roster, he has been some sort of a champion.
Right. I just think they wasted an opportunity to really, really and truly strap a rocket on someone's back, someone deserving. Not that Gunther is not deserving of the honor of putting John Cena down. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it would be uh, a huge boost to someone whose career hasn't quite taken off yet. And
Uh,
Gunther's career is well underway.
mm-hmm.
He inches closer to retirement too. He's what, 37?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So
Who
he's
got?
he's no spring chicken. He's
Yeah.
not new to the roster. He's been around a while. He's very well seasoned and he is inching closer to his own deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a wasted opportunity, in my opinion. But yeah, I give him the win, and I firmly believe that John's going to pass out to cement his legacy.
All right. So we got two Gunthers via pass out. So I just want to say, I'm not a monster Gunther fan. I do like that they brought him back with his NXT UK theme. When he was put into the tournament and they brought him back with that theme, bingo, light bulb went off. Even though I already knew, I said, well, it's. Let me put this comment up. Shout out to Elliot. It should have been Mello. And he said, "What's up?" Yeah, they just said that. I agree. But I knew once he come out to that NXT UK theme, he hasn't wrestled a match on SummerSlam. Just the stats are like all there. Like I said, I was just telling Lady Alpha, 87 or 88% of the time that Gunther's been on the main roster, he's either been world champion or intercontinental champion. He had the Intercontinental Championship, which I saw him lose personally live at WrestleMania 40, Night 1 in Philly, to Sami Zayn. That was like a 700 plus day reign, I believe. I was there live that night. I saw it with my own two eyes. Sami won the title. But one other stat that really sticks out to me, and I didn't know this until so Gunther, everybody was mad about LA Knight not winning, but Gunther's route through the tournament for me was a lot harder than LA Knight's. Like LA Knight faced, what was it? Who was it? Cardona.
Yeah, Matt Cardona.
Cardona, and then he faced the Miz. So then, but Gunther had to go through. His first match was Javon Evans, which he's phenomenal. Then he had to beat Carmelo. Jay. LA Knight did beat Jay, but nobody wanted to see Jay and Gunther again. We've seen enough of that. But Gunther beat Javon, then he beat Carmella, and then he absolutely put on a clinic and beat Solo Sikoa. So his route was a little harder, I feel like, to get to this match with Cena. But the one stat that Michael Cole brought up Monday at Raw before the Solo match, and then it kind of guaranteed me to know he was going to win. Gunther has never lost a match on the main roster when a title is not on the line in a non-title match. He is undefeated. So he is bringing a non-title undefeated streak into this match with John Cena. I think that this is going to be a 5-star long match. I think Gunther is going to John Cena is going to take a beating. I think Gunther is going to chop him and Gunther is going to pummel John Cena in this match. But I am going to agree with the both of you guys. As hard as Gunther tries and as much as he does and as many sleeper holes as he puts him in and power bombs and Kimura locks and everything else that he tries, John Cena is not going to tap out. But eventually, because Gunther is going to absolutely pummel John Cena in this match. I'm talking about he is going to beat him so bad that he is going to have to pass out. So we got somebody on here saying that John Cena wins. So JD from NY, I don't know if you guys like him. He was the first podcaster I ever watched. He's very loud, obnoxious at sometimes. He actually picked John Cena to win too. He said that Cena put Dom over, so Cena should win on his way out. But I'm going to agree with both of you guys. I'm going to say that Gunther wins, but I don't think at all that he makes John Cena tap out. I think John Cena will pass out. Gunther will win. He will then retire 2 legends at Saturday night's main event. And then I think he moves on to Brock Lesnar. I think that will be the next person that Gunther will face. I think Brock will face Gunther in his retirement match as well. And I do think Gunther is going to beat Brock too. So I do agree with you though, Lady Alpha. Gunther's already a made man, and even if John does win, Gunther's going to be fine. He's going to be able to go into the Rumble. He's going to have a shit ton of eliminations. He's going to he could face Brock at Mania. I don't know. I don't know what the plans are. It's so up in the air right now. But if Cena does win, Gunther will be fine. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I think that Cena's going to put Gunther over. It's his last match. But I do agree with you, Lady Alpha. I do think that John Cena is going to have to go out on his back. And I do agree with both of you guys. He's going to have to pass out. So I'm going with the ring general Gunther. And that will be John Cena's last match. Now, I don't think he's going to come back out of retirement. I mean, he could, but I highly doubt it. But I think this is going to be the best match of the night easily. It's going to be a long match, but ultimately Gunther is going to prevail. Before we go to the outros and everything that we do at the end of the show, I'm going to go to each of you guys. One surprise that you guys think we could see at Saturday night's main event, whether it's somebody you think may show up or anything, because this is John Cena's last night, so anything's possible. I'm going to start with Miami first, and then I'll go to Lady Alpha, and then I will give mine.
I don't think nothing's going to happen. I think they're just going to make it be around. It's going to be very heavy around Cena's last thing. I don't think they're going to want to overshadow that. We're going to see a lot of videos about Cena's run. the great things that Cena did. I don't think they're going to overdo that.
Mhm.
I think nothing happens. I think we just gonna get these great matches. I think that's what Cena's gonna want because that's what he said. He wants this showcase from these NXT stars. That's why we got this these guys on this show. I don't think Cena is going to want like a Rock to come or a
Yeah.
Roman Reigns to come or anything like that because we know that that's all we're going to be talking about. And I don't think Cena's going to want that because look at the role he's taking as him being
Mhm.
ambassador. He's being the ambassador for the young crew, so I think he will let these young people showcase their stuff, and he's going to go out there and give us one last probably great performance. I like the match between him and Cody, the last match they did together.
Mhm.
Um, it was a great match to me. I didn't like the ending, but it still was what it was. But I think it's going to be no surprises. I think we're going to just get these beautiful montages about Cena. They're going to tell us how much Cena gave back to us, and that's going to be it. Cena might, like I say, he may give us a speech, or he might just go up top of the ramp and might just talk in the camera and just say, "Hey, this is the last time, guys. Thank y'all for everything," and that'll be it. I mean, it will be emotional for me because I like the Cena. Cena's a great guy. Seems like I mean, we all get old and we all got to go out. It's just like when Michael Jordan retired, I was sick to my stomach. Like
Mhm.
when CJ's greatest player, Tom Brady retired. I mean,
Yeah.
so
I cried. I cried. I cried like
yeah,
a
exactly.
baby.
So this is one of those moments where, and this tells you that Cena belongs with the greats because those two names that we name are the greats. So I
Mhm.
don't think no one's gonna come. Maybe Triple H comes out there and holds up his hand, but I don't even think that's gonna happen. Maybe Triple H comes out on the ramp and hold up his hand at the end. That's might be the most we'll ever get, but I don't want people to get their expectations so
Yep.
high. I think Cena's gonna want this to be just made about the other people. He's just gonna go out there and do his thing, and that'll be it.
All right. What about you, Lady Alpha? Any surprises? Old
Um,
superstars?
well, I kind of agree with Miami. But I think this kind of classifies as a surprise. I agree that this whole PLE is about John Cena.
Mhm.
Um, Mainly because if you, well, I thought this is a dumb thing to say considering my who's with me on this show. But if you've watched wrestling in the last couple of weeks, which we all have, you've seen the vignettes that they've been playing, multiple vignettes, um, about John's career, flashbacks, video clips, all that. They've been doing it for at least 2 weeks now.
Mhm.
It's not going to change for Saturday. Saturday is going to be the swan song. It's going to be the grand finale. Um, and I think at the end of the match, after it's over and all said and done, I think we may see the entire roster um, come out
Mhm.
to basically wish him well, thank him for his, for what he's done for the business. Um, that would require breaking character for all of them, especially the
Mhm.
heels.
Yep.
Um, but I think he's going to get a send off, and it's not far fetched to believe that Triple H would come out first, to raise his hand after the match, or um, after Gunther has basically said his own, goodbye or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think it's not outside of the stretch of the imagination to think that it's possible. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. I said it's possible that the only surprise we get is that everybody is there to say
All
goodbye.
right. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So for me, I agree with both of you guys. This night it should be about John Cena. He's the GOAT. He's put all the blood, sweat, and tears for 20 plus, whatever it is, years into the industry, into WWE. He never faltered and went over to WCW. He never left and went to AEW and came back. He has been the focal point of WWE since I was young. I'm old, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I was in my 20s. I was young. I was still young when John Cena first came around. So I agree with Lady Alpha. I do think that the roster is going to come out. The only surprise that hasn't been mentioned on the stream, it's not going to be liked. A lot of people don't like him. I'm not a big fan of him. I don't like him at all, honestly. But he's going to be there, and that's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You can expect to see Vince McMahon at Saturday night's main event. I don't think that he gets into the ring or he raises Cena's hand. It's just going to be maybe a shot in the crowd. But Vincent Kennedy McMahon will be present for Saturday night's main event. And even though I don't like him and everything that he has going on, Cena started with Vince McMahon. So all of the McMahons are going to be there. Vince, Stephanie, Shane, all of them. But expect to see Vincent Kennedy McMahon for the first time on WWE TV. And I don't know how long it's been, but he's going to be there. I don't think he gets in the ring, but he is going to be in the crowd.
And that's when I'm going to be canceling all my stuff then.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will be watching it. I will be watching highlights if they do that. Yes, I cover this industry, but that, and somebody else said it. I've been hearing about it, but that would be a horrible move. You're already in debt. I don't think you want to go down that road, TKO. But hey, it's not my company. I mean, each his own. We brought Brock back, so anything can happen. So
yeah, I mean
it's the company, but.
I don't
think that'll be a smart move.
No, I don't either.
Because I already know how the IWC is.
Oh yeah,
CJ, and man, oh man, we won't hear the end of that, man. Especially if you coming on to do your show, and even if I'm coming on to do my show and watching highlights, man, we will not hear the end of that. And I can't defend it. I would not defend it, but. It will be a great topic to talk about. Our show will talk about it, especially on DW Radio, because that's all we're doing. Because we let loose on DW Radio until we come back with Talk It Up in the beginning of the year. But man, oh man, if they do that, CJ, y'all about to get ready for a DW Radio that y'all gonna always remember, and it's gonna be on stream on what's the name? So Spotify. Yeah. So there you go. But
yeah, I mean
that's gonna be an interesting one if they do that. That's all.
It's not anything that I want personally. It's just something that is. I don't want to say guaranteed. I hate that word, but it's pretty damn well close to guaranteed that he's gonna be there.
I want to beg to differ on that because TKO has been very vocal that he is not welcome within any arena where their events are taking place. So we may see Shane and Stephanie. We may even see Linda.
Maybe Trump, but not maybe Trump. I say Trump.
I'm going to say this right now. If either of those two men show up on my television screen, I'm turning it off. I will, unlike Miami, I will listen to your show, my dude. I will. But on my show,
if that name is DW Radio gonna be it's gonna be fire that day.
I'm just putting it out there because it's been a lot of people have been talking about it. Sources,
I've been hearing sources too. That was an early source, so it kind of has
talking
been
about it all year.
It's kind of been a little hush, and that kind of got me worried because when they say that and I ain't been hearing that about it, that means it's still probably gonna happen because I ain't hearing nobody say, well, hey, this is not gonna happen. Y'all don't gotta,
they haven't
come, but they ain't nobody said that, and that what worries me even more. But I don't think that looks good And I know Cena and The Rock are great friends with Vince, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good look just on TKO wise, because you got to think about it. Cena just signed this contract. I already know the IWC is gonna go blaze to ask Triple H to be fired. You got people saying Vince needs to be back in charge, but I keep telling people if Vince is back in charge, man, your favorite wrestler is gonna be fired. All these people
Mhm.
that they got are gonna be gone. All
Yeah.
these creations, all these stories that he's gonna make sure that it goes down, and because he gonna take revenge because that's how Vince is. But
Hmm.
I mean, man, if they do that, man, I can't wait. Cause I'm
So,
just gonna.
for-
I already did. Y'all, if y'all didn't listen to the first GW radio, I let Triple H have it for keep promising that these epic shows for. So
yeah,
I
I've
let
been
him
doing
have it.
that.
That was Triple H. So you know what I'm gonna do when it comes to Vince. So
Yeah,
I called Triple H out like, hey, you got to stop doing this, man. Let's do better booking.
yeah.
So that's gonna be an interesting show.
I said it on the Raw recap and the SmackDown recap because Triple H just continued to put these stupid ass tweets out about this is going to be a new this is going to be a revolutionized Raw. It's we're changing the industry tonight, and it's the same old LA Knight versus the Vision or Braun and Bronson against Jay and Jimmy. Or it's the same recycled stuff every single week. So he needed to be called out, and it in my defense, I'm not for Vince McMahon showing up. I'm just putting it out there that don't be surprised
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
they
It
said
was.
they
It
they
was.
said the
It
same.
was. Yeah, it was some speculation backstage. Me and you both, we
TKO,
both got sources and we heard it
yes,
way
and
long time ago. Once they
yeah,
first, it was like what maybe summer they were saying it could happen, and like I say, I haven't heard nothing
I heard
different.
I
But
heard it
yeah,
3 days ago.
yeah,
Three
yeah,
days
yeah,
ago.
exactly. Me too. So, and I know one person, me and you both probably got is the same person in source people,
Mhm.
and I'm just waiting for them to say if they say it, man, you'll know because it'll be a thumbnail up early. And I know Lady Africa gonna be like, oh well, I'm coming to this show because I see Miami and they're gonna put out a thumbnail, so he must have found out something. I know that
So
boy because I'm let loose because I don't like we say, I don't advocate that, man. I
yeah, I don't
mean,
either.
I already let the Brock Lesnar slide because I mean,
Well,
of
here,
course he's retired nation, so we don't have to worry about him no more. But Vince,
but
man, that's pushing it.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Like I said, I just do it out there as because that's what I was told by a source.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Um,
understand. Yeah, yeah. I know.
I
I heard
mean,
it too.
TKO also said Brock Lesnar wasn't ever coming back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
And look
and
what happened. So
so
yeah,
I don't put it past only because it's John Cena's last night. I mean, Lady Alpha's probably right. I mean, Stephanie and Shane, they're definitely going to be there. But I don't think, like I said, if he is there, I don't think he gets in a ring or gets out on the ramp or goes up there and shakes his hand or anything like that. I think they may not. They may do like a quick shot on him and then off the camera, or they
well,
may just
well,
keep him off the camera.
well, yeah, yeah. Because you remember, I don't know if you know. I think it was a Raw CJ. And I don't know if you recall, and I don't know if Lady Alpha probably recall, but remember Shane was at one of the shows, but they never showed him. I think so. I think it was the
Mhm.
same show they announced Stephanie being in the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was that show. I
Yeah,
know it was on the Raw, but they didn't show him. We did not know he was there until we got online. So
yeah,
if they do that, then I won't go too hard on Lady Alpha. Trust me, I'll be like, okay, he was there. They didn't show him, but if they show him, boy, I'm like, man, come on, man, y'all got to do better. I'm gonna call out WWE again. I'm gonna say, hey, what direction we going? Are you finna get ready to sell this company, or you just don't care no more? Your ticket sales are high. You're not doing good booking. I mean, your stars are coming all to an end, and then you pull this crap on us. I mean, how do you suspect people, your loyal fans, to stay? No one's gonna
hmm,
pay and believe into this, and then you're gonna have people out calling in and saying, "Hey, we want Vince back because we feel like Triple H is not doing the best booking," and that's not
yeah,
good. People don't think
yeah.
about the aspect of what he done We just think
Mhm.
about, oh, he can do better booking than this, and not believe that realistically, I'm telling you, it will not be better. Y'all forgot why the reason y'all left because of COVID. It was because he wasn't doing that great booking. That ain't going nowhere. That was Vince booking. That wasn't Triple H booking. All through that
Mhm.
COVID era, that was Vince, and it was horrible. It's way horrible that than it is now. If I
Mhm.
went through that, I'm good now. Now, if it gets a little better, then I'm like, yeah, okay, it's time for me to go. But that might be the last straw. I know Final Boss
Yeah.
asked me on Talk It Up a couple months ago what would be the last straw, and I said bringing Vince McMahon back. If she
I
said
mean,
what would it be
I
to
don't think
have me
they're gonna
stop
bring
watching
him
that?
back. Like,
I got to do content and still look at the highlights,
yeah,
but you best believe I ain't gonna be. I'm gonna be watching
yeah.
highlights, and that's about
I
it.
don't. I don't ever think Vince McMahon's gonna be back in control of the company. I just don't be surprised if he's there, and I
Yeah,
don't
I
be
will.
surprised.
I mean, if he's there, CJ, and we don't show him, cool. But if you show him, then I'm kind of like, okay,
Oh, I
what
agree.
are we doing here? You know what I'm
So I
saying?
do.
I mean, that's where I'd be like, all right, TKO, y'all didn't even show Shane McMahon, but you gonna show Vince?
Yeah, they did.
They did show
Oh, they
Shane.
did. Okay,
Yeah, they did.
I didn't catch
Mhm.
it then. Okay,
And
well,
I
my
didn't.
bad.
I honestly didn't know anything. I don't know about Shane's part in all that mess. I know I know enough about the other person. I don't say his name. I am a sexual assault survivor, so that man, he's not even a man to me. He is inhuman swine, and bringing him back even for just a like a quick show on screen to show support for Cena is a
Mm-hmm.
definite message to female fans that their value is beneath
I
him.
agree. I
And
agree.
you
And
had not just
that
that.
will alienate myself. It will alienate my co-host. It will
Mm-hmm.
alienate a lot of female fans and a lot of female talent because we know
Mm-hmm.
what was going on backstage. And a lot of these women are not going to put up with that. WWE will end. If, I mean, I've heard the IWC faithful, I guess you would call them, or the purists, talking about bringing him back. They want him back in control of the company. But
Yeah.
all of the progress that they have made in the last just uh 5 years.
Hmm.
I don't know because I wasn't there. I've only been here for the last year. I did
Hmm.
watch for a few months when I was younger, like in the early '90s or mid to
Hmm.
early '90s. Kane was my favorite.
Yeah, I love Kane.
But I couldn't watch it.
Hmm.
I could not watch it because I could not stomach the way they talked about women, the way they
Hmm.
treated the female wrestlers. I couldn't deal with it. So I stopped watching.
Right. Right.
And so when, and I tell the story a lot. Y'all know Big Mike from the Run In.
Hmm.
Good friend of mine, been a good friend of mine for years. I started, just kind of supporting him when he started his podcast. Even before that, when it was Mr. U's podcast, and
Hmm.
Big Mike was his co-host and whatnot. But I was there from the beginning, but I wasn't watching wrestling. I was just being a good friend and supporting my buddy. You know how it goes. But after a few weeks, I was like, it would be helpful if I watch some of this, so I have something to contribute in the chat, because I
Right.
basically felt like a bump on a log, just not saying nothing. And I got hooked. I would not have gotten hooked if it was the same show that they were showing way
Yeah.
back when, that he was responsible for. His way of doing things
Hmm.
was detrimental to the company, whether they want to believe it or not.
I mean, he's a. I'm not sorry to cut you off, but he is a sick individual. I mean, this is the
Mhm.
same guy that wanted to see, like, he liked to watch his daughter make out with Eric Bischoff. Like, it was, go back and I know, I don't, I hate the man, but go back and like Google some of that stuff, like about how some of these stars are talking about, like Stephanie McMahon was even uncomfortable, like how she, you know, they even talked about doing a Stephanie Vince, some sort of kissing scene or something with them two at one point in
Mm-hmm.
time. So he's a sick individual. Like I said, when I put it out there, I didn't mean to like ruffle any feathers. That's not what I'm here for. But he'll never be back booking the company. But TKO right now is on my shit list, to be honest with you, because of the ticket prices, the booking, and they did bring damn Brock Lesnar back, and he was involved with all that shit. Whether he
Well,
admits,
in his defense, they did have legal go all over all of that stuff. So,
yeah,
I mean, while he has very disgusting way of speaking to women
yeah,
and a very disgusting kink, I don't believe he was actually guilty of harming anyone,
yeah, yeah,
which is why they cleared him to come back.
yeah,
And for me, I'm not happy that he's back. I'm glad that he's not getting a lot of screen time. Um, but I don't begrudge him the opportunity to have his retirement match.
yeah, yeah. I get that.
Um,
I get that. That's fair.
you
That's
know,
fair.
I try to be fair
Yeah,
because,
of
and he
course.
hasn't been convicted of a crime.
Right, right.
We all know that the other one is definitely going to get a conviction.
And you know what the shitty thing is, Lady Alpha, and I am truly sorry for everything you went through. Obviously, me and you had the conversation before. I'm not bringing it up live on the air, but I'm truly sorry about all that. That's an awful situation. I'm sorry for anybody that ever has to go through that. Um, but you know, I hate to even say this because I don't like this guy either, but it wouldn't surprise me if Donald Trump, which, like I said, I'm not a Trump fan, so please nobody hate me for this. If Donald Trump doesn't step in some sort of fashion, because him and BKM, I'm just gonna say the initials, are really close friends, and pardon that fucker. I would not be surprised if he does not get pardoned. Does he ever return back to WWE as head of creative? Absolutely the hell not. But would it surprise me if he's in the crowd Saturday or if he's ever seen on a WWE camera again? Absolutely the hell not. Because TKO does not give two shits about us, the fans. They got all these multi-million and billion-dollar deals with Netflix and ESPN. They don't give a shit. I'm not, I'm
They
saying it.
know.
Obviously, you guys know I love both of you guys. Like, but TKO don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about Miami. They don't care. All they care about is this. All they give.
Exactly. Where does this come from, though? Where
That's
does
the
that come
problem.
from?
That's the
It
problem.
comes
Until
from us. It
right,
comes
but
from our purchasing
mhm,
of the tickets, our purchasing of the gear,
mhm,
um, all of us subscribing to the streaming services for all of their programming.
yeah,
They bring him back or make any kind of. See, I disagree with the way they handled the Hogan stuff too. I don't think he should have gotten the big whatever because you know he was well he's a I can't say that word because I don't want to get you flagged. But we all know what he was. And I don't think he should have been celebrated because of that. I yes, he did a lot for the company, but at what cost? Because
yeah,
somebody suffered for
yeah,
what he was doing. Okay. Um, and like you've been saying, money talks. TKO is all about the money. Do you know that the number of female fans has risen
hmm
significantly in recent years?
absolutely,
And by putting any kind of or giving that person any kind of screen time is an
Yeah.
endorsement.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
is an
I agree with
actual
you.
message and an endorsement, and they will lose a lot of money. So they
Mhm.
have to care. They can say they don't care all they
Yeah.
want, but when they start losing money, they have to care.
So no, I agree. As far as Terry goes, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I grew up a Hulk Hogan fan as a child. I was a kid. I didn't know how he was in real life. Nobody can cast, doubt or judge me or anything like that because I was a child. So like
Right.
I grew up with the saying your prayers, eating your vitamins. Do I agree with what Terry Jean Bolea did as a human being? Absolutely the hell not. 100%. I don't agree with anything about what Terry Jean Bolea, the person. But Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, the character, the WWE wrestler, the fictitious character that he made all the kids believe in saying your prayers and eating, taking your vitamins and 20-point pythons. I don't think either one of them is right, but when Hogan died, or Terry, sorry, when Terry died, you know, he got absolutely obliterated on X, and everybody's entitled to that. I'm not a judgmental person. I don't agree with what Terry Jean Bolea said. Multiple times it was recorded. I'm not going to say the word because I'm not going to get my stream strike. But Hulk Hogan as the character, I have to look at it from being a parent. Um, and he does have children. So as him being a character, like I do sympathize. I don't want anybody to die at the end
Right.
of the day. At the end of
Oh
the day,
no.
I don't care. I don't care how hated he is. Um, but I don't agree with what Terry did as a human being. But what Hulk Hogan, the character and the wrestler, did for the wrestling industry, he did put wrestling on the global map. I don't think that any of us would be sitting right here right now if he's not fully responsible, but he helped revolutionize professional wrestling. But what BKM did, I don't. I mean, I could care less if that man's ever seen on the screen again. I don't think it's one is better than the other, but I just think that Hogan died, so I you know
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Nick and Brooke.
Oh, he
Because
absolutely should. I don't have any problem with the 10 bell salute. My problem was with the fact that it came out later that they told the talent, you have to come out.
I didn't
They
know
should
that.
have given them the opportunity to choose
Yeah,
what they wanted to do. I
I
found that to
agree.
be very disrespectful to them and to the people that he may have hurt with his behavior.
Hmm.
And when I say hurt, I mean mental hurt, not
Yeah,
physical.
of course.
Um, but absolutely, a 10 bell salute for a wrestler who was part of um, decades of wrestling. Absolutely warranted. But forcing your staff to come out and pay
Yeah, I
tribute
don't.
to a man they didn't even like
Yeah, I
was
don't. I
wrong.
don't. I don't like
Um,
that. I didn't know that. So
yeah, that's what I heard. Now it could be rumor. I don't know, but
yeah,
that's my only issue.
if
Like,
so,
yeah,
that's
do it.
awful.
Put his picture up on the screen. Do the 10 bell salute, and you're done. You're good. You've done your due diligence. They
Right,
don't do that for any
right,
other wrestlers so far that I've seen.
right, right.
I just reported on my show. Well, I know he was just a jobber, and I hate to say that, but um, Steve Regal passed
Hmm.
away back in July. We just found out about it.
Yeah,
Reported about it. They didn't even mention
yeah.
it. There's been some other big name wrestlers from way back in the day, names that I recognize, that barely. I mean, if they got a mention, I I
Yeah.
haven't heard. I haven't heard anything. They just did that for him, and I didn't think. I think he should have been kept. Um, the 10 bell salute picture. Let the staff, let the talent decide
Hmm.
whether or not they wanted to be out there. Um,
They
and
did.
don't
They did.
mention his real name.
Yeah.
Don't
They
mention his
did.
government name.
Yeah. They did. They did do a tribute to I'm gonna call him Hulk. I'm not gonna call him Terry. They did do a tribute. They did it on Raw. They did it on NXT. They also did it on AEW. Not the 10 bell salute, but they did like talk like the announcer said something about it, and then they also did it on SmackDown. So it was a tribute on all three shows.
Yeah,
But
it was excessive.
yeah, it was very excessive. But we're gonna go through the comments. Like I said, I hope you guys don't judge me on anything. I don't like either one of them two. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if Vince does show up. I don't want him to, but I mean, if he does, I may just I'm gonna rip him a new asshole on the recap. I will go ham on the Saturday night main event recap. So you guys make sure to tune into the comments because you're gonna see the EVP go absolutely. Miami knows how I can get when I go into that different level. I
Man.
I'm a super nice guy, but
I'm gonna have to probably do a first time live on a Sunday right after we come out. Forget after the slam, man. That's how crazy it's gonna be.
Look, Lady Alpha. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and Miami, we started working together a long time ago, and we were both so strong. We're both so strong-minded, strong-willed men, and so like our passion for everything, the competitiveness, the industry. We would often sometimes butt heads, but you know, we're like thick as Steve. Like he's like a brother to me now. But Miami has literally had to call me on the phone when I'm going absolutely batshit crazy on someone in a chat or on a space on Twitter and say, "Look, champ, like." Because he used to call me champ because I was a promo battle champion one time. Look, champ, like I got you, bro. Like just calm down. Don't go crazy. Don't. Miami's had to calm me down several times. So if he's in the crowd, rest assured on the Saturday night main event recap, which I will advertise at the end of the
I might
stream.
come on your show that day if that happens. CJ. You might
Miami
just
will
see me
probably be
pop up like,
man.
man, how you got him? Like, man, we
You
gotta
talk.
talk about that.
You talk. You
That's how
talk.
crazy gonna get if
You
that
talk.
happen. You
You
might
talk
see me
about
text you say I'm coming in. Like, oh
my
Lord, man, I
my
ain't
my.
coming in.
Miami has access to my full access to my StreamYard, so he could come in here anytime he wants because he comes in here and does a
Boy,
lot of things.
that gonna be one night. I'm gonna pop in, man. That happened for
I have to
real.
check it out.
But
You can see
Shit.
me get unhinged as of last night. If you,
I saw. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
yeah, I kind of went off the rails there for a quick hop in it,
I'm
but
gonna watch that for sure.
I was fired up, and this is not a good time, as you all know,
Yeah,
for me. So I'm
yeah,
easily triggered, and um, I have no control when I get triggered. So it's actually somewhat comical when I get upset with stuff like this, because even if I'm not, furiously typing out a comment or
yeah,
screaming into my camera, which that was the
yeah,
first. I will
yeah,
say that was the first.
yeah,
Um, I'm usually pacing my house, yelling, cussing,
yeah.
carrying on, slamming stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to be pretty riled up to do all that. And there are a few things. Um, Usually it's my triggers. It's
Yeah.
stuff from my past that
Right.
triggers
Right.
me and sets me off. As I was telling you before the show, what
Mm-hmm.
happened on that caused me to go off the rails on my show.
Mm-hmm.
Um I but hindsight is 2020, and if I had thought it through instead of just finding the post, putting it on a slide, and then
Right.
doing the show,
Right.
maybe
Right.
thought out what I wanted to say. I could say it a bit more eloquently without losing control the way that
Yeah.
I did. But in some cases, I think it's fully warranted and it helps
Oh, definitely.
with the subject matter. So you coming on your show here, and if what you think is going to happen happens, and blowing it up, you're not only venting your frustrations, which is healthy,
Mhm.
you're also letting the world know where
Yeah.
you stand on these issues.
Right.
So that helps you.
Right.
Um, and it also, I think people are drawn to others that share their thoughts on this.
Hmm. Of course.
So I mean, it's important, and the world is evolving. You
Hmm.
know, like I said on my show last night, women are evolving.
Hmm.
Women have said, you know what, we're done. We're done with this. This
Hmm.
is the way it's going to be. This is how we're going to live our lives, and we're not going to take this mistreatment anymore.
Right.
So that's why I said earlier, if what you said comes to pass, there is going to be a mass exodus
Yeah.
of women.
No. Oh, I know. I mean, I'm already preparing for the worst if it does happen Saturday. Because I can, not to your first part of the story that you told me, but the second part that you had put in the chat. Obviously, I lost my mother on October the 20th. So I've just been in this kind of mind frame. Like Miami, he's so great. Like he gave me the time to step away from Twitter and YouTube and everything that I had going on with the breakup, and then I lost my mom, and the stuff with my kids and stuff like that. Like it just all happened all at one time, and I just have not been able to just let it out. I've just been keeping myself so busy that I don't really have time to think about it. But get rest assured, if that man's in that damn crowd Saturday, the EVP
Release
is going
valve.
to. I am going to let
Man,
loose Saturday night at
man, we
11
might
p.m. Eastern.
look that happened. We might have 300 people in here. 'Cause boy, they gonna be like, man, I know Miami got that EVP in there going crazy.
Oh, we're
Man,
gonna go
we
crazy.
might go viral that CJ.
Oh, we will go viral. Cause trust me, cause
Shit.
trust me. As soon as the show ends, I'm gonna send a text to Miami and say the clips are ready, the shorts are ready, and then and they're gonna be all over my damn YouTube, having thousands of views. Thousands of people are gonna be viewing that shit.
Man,
So we're
Yeah.
gonna go through the comments really quick that we didn't get to see. Let's see, from Elliot, Randy, Rock, Punk gonna be in the crowd. I can see Randy and Punk. I don't know about Rock. I don't think Rock is gonna be there. I don't. He could. I don't think he's gonna overshadow Cena, but he could. Um, if they bring who back, then Judgment Day is getting their DX story, and they ain't breaking up. DWO Radio will be like no other. I've
man.
been seeing theories about The Rock confronting Cena, and The Rock saying, "I still have your soul."
Oh Lord, give it up. That ain't
E-
happening.
Elliot, you got that from Zero, so
No,
that's false.
give it
That's
up. It
false.
ain't.
That's false.
That ain't never. That was never confirmed. Never
That's not
gonna
that
happen.
happening.
that was the biggest
Jesus
flop
Christ.
I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I
That's
know
not
how
gonna happen.
much. I know it's a good fantasy book, and it's good, and that's what one thing. It's nothing wrong with having that fantasy theory. It's nothing wrong with that, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what we're supposed to be here for.
I
As a
don't.
fans, it would be nice to do it, but it wouldn't make no
Yeah,
sense
I
because
don't.
I mean, what will we go to next? Cena's not gonna wrestle. He's
Yeah,
done, so there's no story there to that. So no,
yeah,
that would
I
be the
don't.
baddest booking they ever would done because they can't do nothing with it.
I don't
They
even
already
think.
dropped the ball with the heel turn, so you think they're
Yeah.
gonna want to drop the ball again?
Yeah, I don't actually think Zero reported that. I just think that that was just something that was floating around with rumors because I don't think that he reported that. Triple H is a better booker than Vince. I agree. I definitely agree with your statements, Lady Alpha. They don't need to bring him back. BKM put his daughter on a cross with Undertaker. Yeah, he's a sick individual.
Yeah,
Um,
he did do
Bit,
that.
Elliot says Vince has been accused way too many times to be innocent. I agree. They did a tribute for all three shows for Hulk. They did.
They did.
Elliot says I respect Terry for one thing, him showing up when he was a championship for over 1,000 days. I mean, I respect what Hulk did for the business, but I don't respect Terry. I'll just say that. Yo, I might pop up, laugh out loud. Just kidding.
Hey,
It's gonna be wild. I'm telling you, the EVP
hey, that
show.
happened, boy. You might have a full house, CJ.
Me
Let's
and
just have
my
a party.
look. I can have 10 people on this on bit. So y'all ain't even
Hey,
got a text. Just send me
man,
a message
I
on
might have to
X.
call. I might have to call everybody, boy, just to make sure. Hey, you want to say something? Come on over here. We over here on CJ stuff.
Yeah, y'all
I
all
know
pop
folk
up on
gonna
my
have full
show.
of stuff to say, man.
Man, we gonna light
If
it up.
that happened, then I don't think so. I think if they do keep him off camera, that'll be the best thing. Even if they say, "Hey, he was there," I
Yeah.
won't mind it if they say, "Hey, he was there, but they didn't show him on camera." I'll let them
Yeah.
slide with that. I'll be like, "Okay, they getting somewhere." I
Yeah.
won't be
Yeah.
too mad about it because I'm like, "Hey, at least they didn't show him." But if
But
they
if they
show
show
him,
that,
man,
man, come
I'm like, man,
Saturday night on
y'all
my
got to be
recap
careful.
show, I'm
Then you
going
going
to go
then
off.
your next pay per view is gonna be exciting. Come on, this is the guy who made y'all keep going there. I know, I understand y'all got y'all money for WrestleMania, but shoot, you gotta care about something. You got
Back to
shows in
back.
between there.
Well, not back to back, but they're doing Royal Rumble in Saudi, and
Yeah,
then they're gonna
then
turn
next
around
year, the year after year after next, they doing Mania. So
WrestleMania.
you gotta care
Yeah.
about something. That's in
Yeah, that's crazy.
27, CJ. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta care about something. You still gotta sell. You gotta think about it. SummerSlam is gonna be in I think it's gonna be Wisconsin, ain't it? If I'm not
Is,
mistaken, or Milwaukee. Is it Milwaukee or
I
Wisconsin? I know it's up. I know it's gonna be
didn't
up north.
didn't somebody say that they were wanting Liv and AJ because it's gonna be, or no, it may have been last SummerSlam that was in the same hometown that lives from. I don't know where SummerSlam.
Yeah. Because they I think they did want to do something with Liv. Okay, Minneapolis.
Okay. Brock's
I mean,
hometown.
yeah. So Brock's hometown. So I forget it, and it's cold up there.
Oh, cold as hell.
Especially around the time they're gonna be going. So if they want to pull this stunt, you got to believe that's a long way to be trying to get people back and sell out tickets because you know how people hold grudges. We hold on for a good minute,
Yeah.
man. Let's just be real. People man, I can just see the IWC is gonna explode.
Oh, X is gonna break. X is gonna be broken.
Once we say something, we stick with it, and we gonna stick with it for 2-3 months.
You might as well
Oh,
just
yeah.
stay off of X after Saturday night main event.
Yeah,
If they show.
Right.
Just stay off
Right.
and say, man, you know what? I ain't going on there. It's the wild what's in that part
Mm-hmm.
for
It's
real.
like I
So
always
they
say,
better not do that.
that is the best thing you can do if they do something like that because silence. This is my mantra. I say this about defending women in public too and online.
Mm-hmm.
Silence is compliance and
Yep.
silence is acceptance. So, with everybody blowing up, if that happens,
Mm-hmm.
we're basically going to leave them no choice but to pay attention to what the fuck we're saying.
Absolutely, 100%. You couldn't have said it better. So we're gonna wind this down. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of run through everybody's picks again. Lady Alpha has Bailey, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, Oba Femi and Gunther. Miami has Sol Ruka, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, Obafemi, and Gunther, and I have Bailey, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, Obafemi, and Gunther. So there's just one Miami. The Sol Ruka match is the only difference.
Yeah.
So what I'll do now is I'm going to thank. Before I thank everybody, we're gonna do what we did, Lady Alpha, what we did on the deadline predictions. I'll go to my outro. We'll come back. You can tell everybody where to find you on social if you want to tell, and then you can promote your YouTube channel and what you got coming up. And then obviously Miami, I pretty much know what he has got coming up because we talk like every 30 minutes. But I'll let him promote as well, and then I'll tell everybody what I got coming up, and then we will shut it down. So I'll be right back, guys.
CJP's your guide, let's start the show. Tag teams breaking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop for moves they're faking. Built on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. It's good, let's go where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know. The EVP show, it's out of control.
Let's go. Yeah, I like that. Let's go. It really gets me going. But yeah, thank you so much to Lady Alpha, one half of the Wrestling Divas podcast on YouTube. Her partner is Autumn as well. Hope to have her on one day as well. Like to have both of you on at the same time, like I told you in the comments last night. I do appreciate you, Miami. Always, I mean, I already swell Miami's held up enough, so Miami knows I love him. 184 people that's watching live. It's crazy because me, Lady Alpha, and Michael were on the NXT deadline. What was the number, Lady Alpha? Well, I think we got to 500.
Yeah, I think we did. Or the last number I heard was 499, but I believe we did hit 500.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that NXT show was real good. It was.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
500 people. So yeah, shout out to the 185 that we have watching the show. But yeah, I appreciate both of you guys. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Miami, After the Slam podcast, World of Greg, Elliott, and let's see if there's anybody else. I think that's everybody. So first, like I said, thank you again, Lady Alpha. This is back-to-back prediction shows on the EVP show. I love it. I love that you came back. I appreciate you so much for coming back on. You're welcome on my show anytime. Like I said, I'd definitely love to have you and Autumn on, maybe with like Michael and Tori as well, maybe for a PLE show. And we could possibly straggle up and get Miami and Final Boss Lady, and we could have, I do have a 7-man panel that's hooked to my StreamYard that I did my first stream ever. Miami was on it, actually. It was SummerSlam predictions. It was 7 of us, and it was we had about close to 1,000 views. Miami.
Yeah, I think it was.
So yeah,
about that.
Yeah, but I would love to like get all the pairs up, and then obviously me, I'm not by myself. I'm with DWE and Gimmick, but I do most of my all of my shows except for the predictions by myself and the NFL. But Lady Alpha, thank you again. So tell everybody, all these lovely people that were tuning in tonight, where to find you on your socials and your YouTube and what you got coming up.
First of all, I owe you an apology. I just now remembered I was supposed to tell you Autumn had to work tonight.
I was like waiting for the message. I was like, is Autumn coming? Is she not? Like I had like.
My brain has checked out. So
You're
I'm
good.
surprised I managed to get through the show. So
You're good.
no, as on socials, I am on X primarily. That's where I'm active at Lady Alpha KK. I am on a brief hiatus right now. Just a rocky time for me mentally. I'll be all right. But yeah, follow me, and I will follow you back as soon as I come back. On Monday nights, I can be found here on YouTube on the Wrestling Divas channel for the Aftermath Raw with Michael Llewellyn from Kicking Out at 2. Tuesday nights is the We call it Divas Day, not Tuesday. It's Divas Day. So that's courtesy of Big Mike. So on Divas Day, we have the Wrestling Divas podcast at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm sorry, the aftermath on Monday is on at 11:30. Um, and then on Fridays, I host the Aftermath SmackDown with Big Mike from the Run In Wrestling podcast. And they air Thursday nights. The behind the scenes is on Twitch at 6:30, 5:30 Central, and the show is at 7, 6 Central on YouTube. Or you can watch it on Twitch too. It's either way, it's fine. But they only do the behind the scenes on Twitch. So that's the
Absolutely.
fun stuff. Um, and pretty much that. Well, I pop up wherever. I'm usually in the chat of the Herb and Raj podcast on Wednesday nights, or I'm in your chat on
Hmm.
Tuesdays. The
Yep.
last couple Tuesdays I've made it.
Yep. Yeah.
So I try to get around. I spread around. You'll see me around. Just say hi, follow me, whatever.
Yep. Mondays and Fridays are a little difficult. For I guess for both of us, obviously, because like before I had got with DWE, I was doing my Raw recap and SmackDown recap at 11 p.m. And then obviously, you guys do the aftermath like maybe 30 minutes after I start. So I try to catch like by the time I'm done, you guys are like got maybe 20 to 30 minutes left. So it's kind of a conflicting schedule there, but we make it work, obviously, because we're a team, and we talked about it obviously when I came back. We're gonna have double shows on Mondays and Fridays, but you gotta definitely give respect to our privacy as she's taking a break from X, but definitely give the Wrestling Divas podcast a subscription on YouTube. Like I said, I would love to have you and Autumn on. There's plenty of PLEs coming up. So yes, I would definitely love to have both of you ladies on. You guys are put awesome, great content. So you guys check out their channel. Next,
Autumn has.
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Autumn is a nurse, so her schedule is made every month, like the month
Oh,
before.
okay.
She requests days off. So if you can plan a little bit ahead, she might
Okay.
be able to for the next PLE or whatever. If you're able to plan ahead, she has shown interest when I brought it up to her yesterday. She was interested, and she's like, "Well, yeah, if I have some advance notice, we could probably work it out."
Okay. So as far as I know, I talked to Miami about it last night. I'm not gonna really do anything for the Raw, the anniversary Raw or New Year's Evil, because obviously like it's happening that night. But they are gonna have a Saturday night main event in January. But I want to have a monster prediction show for the Royal Rumble. So maybe you could tell her like Royal Rumble. That's like that's a pretty good ways in advance.
Yeah.
If you
like the 28th or something. I think.
Yeah. So if you want to tell her like if you guys want to come on for the Royal Rumble prediction show, I'm also gonna ask Michael and Tori as well. And Miami is always he can pop in here whenever the hell he wants. He's co-owner of this StreamYard account. He's the reason why I'm back and going the way I am. And I want to see the final boss lady because we used to be super tight. I feel like I haven't talked to her in like months. So I love that, but definitely let Autumn know. Royal Rumble.
Schedule, boy.
Yeah, it's tough. But I'm gonna kick it over to my partner in crime, my PIC, my A1 from day one. The CEO of DWE. My co-host on the NFL Weekly Recap every week, and we have a lot of stuff going next year that me and Miami got planned. I'm sure he'll tell you about it next year for sports. Miami, take it away. Tell us where we find it on socials and what do we got coming up for DWE, baby.
Y'all can catch me on X. That's Miami the Great 305. You can catch me on YouTube. That's Talk It Up Podcast Wrestling. and Talk It Up Wrestling. Just go to the search bar. You will pull up all our videos. We are on a little break, but guess what? We still do DWE Radio. We have our first episode already on Spotify. This Friday we'll be going live again for on X. So please follow us on X. If you do miss the show for DW Radio, this DW Radio will be based really around Final Boss, because she really has a lot to talk about Raw. It'll be raised around the Usos. Jimmy and Jay, she has a lot of wild theories that I think you guys are going to want to hear. I think it's going to be a great show for DWE Radio. I also I'm doing something for John Cena, thanking him. It'll be a sort of type of first time kind of like I wouldn't say a documentary, but a little tribute for him on my on for us on Talk It Up. I got a lot of things going on for Talk It Up. Next year we're going to be doing like where you can go on our page and you can just go straight to some of our stuff and just find our videos more easy where we're recapping. Mostly we do like lives and give our fantasy booking, mostly that. But next year will be me doing interviews. I have 2 interviews with TNA stars that we are going to be doing. I will be doing next year. So you guys want to come and see that on my YouTube, you'll be on there. Like CJ said, we got some things going on for NFL. You guys might see me doing some reviews for the XFL, because that's how much I love football. So you guys might see me just doing XFL. On you might see the Mind of Miami the Great come back, because XFL is a good football league and it is catching on. So you guys, I know football season will be over, but I think SFL will be a show that a lot of people might don't know about and want to get interested about. It's something I've been watching for the last 2 years and have been like glued to my seat. So if you guys do want to check out that, hey, join me on that once the football season is over. We'll be talking about some XFL for breaking down in Miami. And like I say, Talk It Up will be back next year, bigger than better. I'm helping CJ do all the shorts and videos now, and mostly everything. Shouts out to After the Slam. Thanks for joining us. Y'all can catch him every Sunday. He has his show every Sunday because that's when he's free. We're supporting him. Thanks for joining the family. Thanks for giving Table for helping letting us join their family. Other than that, CJ, that's all we got. We got a busy year next year. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be really interesting. If everybody think we pumping out content now, 2026 is finna get worse, because we finna remind everybody who DW was, because everybody like, oh, y'all ain't feel up. No, we feel like we ain't did what we supposed to do, so we finna give them a run for their money. So,
absolutely.
Shouts out to everybody, and thanks for giving me table. And shouts out to Lady Alpha. This is my first time being on a live with Lady Alpha. Now, oh yeah, I have a real big live coming soon. I'm not going to give it out, but it will be maybe give it table. The Wrestling Collected all together, DWE. A little kind of live going on that I want to set up. I do want my partner CJ there. It's going to be a crazy live. I'm going to try to get the whole collected. Most of y'all guys, I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time. And we're just going to talk about wrestling. A little AEW, WWE, independent wrestling. Just talk about wrestling. Everyone gets to know each other, because we're more than one big family. Everybody doesn't know that we do have Wrestling Collective, because we brought them with us. So they're part of everybody's team too. They're affiliate of DWE. We support their guys, and they do great content. Y'all already know I share most as I can for Gimmick Table when I do see them live. I try to share y'all stuff as much as I try to do for CJ and After the Slam. So other than that, man, that's all we got, man.
All right. Appreciate you, Miami. Yeah, much love. Miami's doing a lot of work for me. I definitely appreciate it. We also got, I'll bring it up after I get done. You can find me on X, obviously, at EVPCJP. It's at the bottom of the screen. Instagram, same thing, at EVPCJP. I'm pretty active now on TikTok. Miami is doing videos for my streams, so I'm promoting them on TikTok right now. It's at Brady the Goat 21, not with the THE, with the DA, at Brady the Goat 21. And most importantly, is my YouTube channel at the EVP Show. I have gained, I think, 6 followers or 6 subscribers in the last 48 hours. Since Miami's been going to work on my shit.
She won't tell nobody.
My,
Look, I'm
my
charging if it's anybody outside our company.
my watch hours are. I'm starting to get a lot of notifications from YouTube about.
Look, man, I told you, I
So,
said, man, CJ can tell you, man. I said, hey, man, it's time to get the word. They ain't seen nothing yet. They gonna see. We finna
but
remind people of who we are sooner or later.
yeah,
They gonna see.
absolutely.
Not just DW Gimme Table. Like I say,
Yeah,
whoever with us, man, we finna. That's what DW was made for, to help everybody out, and we finna come up together because that's what it's about, man. We finna be the next big thing for real, man. I'm just taking the
absolutely.
blueprint from all these big guys and just gonna do it and put it in the format.
Hmm.
Hey, we gonna take it off, man. Watch, it's gonna take off one step at
Yes,
a time.
sir. One step. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe button to the EVP Show. It's at the bottom of the screen, and also the logo made by the World of Greg in the top right hand corner. Shout out to World of Greg for that. So what I have coming up? Oh my God, it's a lot. Um, Friday, I will be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern to cover the Go Home show for SmackDown on the SmackDown recap. Obviously, you guys can tune in there. Also, the Aftermath is on around that time as well. So whether you're here or you're there or you come back and watch mine, it doesn't really matter to me. We're all a team. So I support the Aftermath and Lady Alpha and them, and also they support me a lot on NXT days. Saturday, oh my gosh, let's just pray that DVP doesn't have to cut loose. But at at 11 p.m. Eastern, the EVP will be live covering the Saturday night's main event recap. I will break down each and every match and pray to the man or whoever, if you pray or whatever you do, that guy is not in that crowd. Or it is going to be a hopping show. But if not, it will be a regular recap show. I will be breaking down all of the matches and John Cena's final retirement match against Gunther at 11 p.m. Eastern Saturday night. And then Sunday, I will be back again. Normally Sunday's my off day, but I will be joining Miami as well as Michael, Carlos, a few others. I don't really know who all is going to be there on
Yeah,
after
that's gonna be a lot
after
of people.
after the Slam podcast at 4 p.m. Eastern. So definitely give After the Slam a subscription on YouTube as well. Welcome to the DWE family. I'm excited to be working with you. I do believe Alpha and Autumn is going to be on his show at some point as well, which is great. And I'd love to have you ladies on my show as well. So I do want to say starting next week, it'll start to kind of taper off a little bit because there's no PLEs. Obviously, we'll go back to the regular Raw, NXT, and SmackDown recap. And the NFL, well, I have 2 shows on Tuesday. The NXT and the NFL still remain. We're going to go all the way through to the Super Bowl with the NFL. But next year, me and Miami have a NFL draft and then also an NFL fantasy draft where we're going to come on and go through everything. We're going to do our own fantasy draft just for fun, to get people involved if you play fantasy football. One other thing I failed to mention to Miami, but I am going to be going live after it goes off the air on Netflix. I may do it on the 20th or the 21st of January. I will be doing a WWE Unreal Part 2 recap.
Jesus.
That will be. I have a pre-recorded video already on my channel from season 1, but I'm actually going to go live to talk about season 2 that will be aired on Netflix on January the 20th. Where they take you behind the curtains and show you things that they really shouldn't be showing you. But yeah, that's it. For me, I appreciate you, Lady Alpha, Miami the Great, as always. And I will see everyone back Friday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap, and obviously Saturday 11 p.m. Eastern for the Saturday night main event recap. And I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you again to Miami and Lady Alpha for joining me tonight. And that's all I have. I am the EVP from the EVP show and the golden boy of DWE. And that's all I got to say. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. Deuces, ooses.